What's going on, everybody? It is Juan from Raven Drone Solutions. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my good experience with contracting. Last time I made a video of my bad experience with contracting. If you missed it, it is linked down below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right to it. So, contracting. It could be a very beneficial, but sometimes not so much. And you know, whenever you start out, a lot of times this is what you have to do. If you really want to start making money and if you want to start getting stuff from your portfolio, because as everybody knows, when you first start out, you're the new kid on the block and nobody knows who you are. So definitely a good way to start is by contracting. And you know, sometimes certain companies can be a pleasure to work with. I work with one company called Connexicor. I got no problem calling them out because they're actually a pretty good company. I've only done one mission with them though. You know, we'll see when the next one comes. But they were actually very nice. They were a pleasure to work with. They called me up. We talked a little bit about a few things, and within the next day, I was out doing the work that they wanted me to do. And to be frank with you, like, they were among the better ones. Now, the pay was actually up to par with the work that I was putting in. I knew, obviously, they were pocketing a lot more than what I was making, but they were actually very transparent with me. And they were very clear about how much they were making and how much I was making. And to be quite frank with you, what I was making was actually quite good. I really could not complain, especially with the work that I was putting in. And, you know, I really did not have any complaints. I didn't have to fight for anything. I didn't have to be like, well, listen, I'm putting in all this time and blah, 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 and I'm only getting this. Like, come on, you got to up the pay a bit. I didn't have to negotiate anything because, to be frank with you, the pay was more than comfortable, and I was happy. So definitely that is actually one of the very, very good things about that company is that you're getting paid quite well, and they're not going to try to hinder your growth. So definitely, like I said, one of the better ones. Communication was also very clear with the operations manager. They told me what they needed, but they also gave me a lot of free rein to be creative and do what I needed to do. Now, actually, I'm going to link the video that I made for them down below in the description so you guys can check out what I did. Now, this is the video that I have, not the company's corporate video, because that's something I don't have yet. But definitely, the communication was very clear. They told me what they wanted. They told me what the outcome that they wanted, and you know, they said afterwards, "Look, do what you want to do. Be creative. You know, we want to see what you got to offer." And you know, I was more than happy to do it. Now, for the rest of the video, I'm not going to talk about Connexicor or what I did with that company because I've worked with other companies as well. But you know, for me, the experience that I've had with some companies is that the directions were very clear. They were very precise with what they wanted. They were very clear. They said, look, we want things done this way, this way, this way, and this way. So there was no speculation. There was no confusion. I did the job that they wanted me to do, and I did it well, and they were happy. And actually, many times they'd call me to do more jobs. So definitely, you know, some of these companies, they understand the industry. They know what they want. They know what they're looking for, and they know how to talk to pilots. So that's definitely a very, very important thing to look out for when you're contracting with other companies. And you know, this is what companies should be doing. Now, the fifth thing is that I had a chance to meet other pilots, and we exchanged knowledge. Now, one thing is that, you know, just because a lot of these other drone pilots are kind of sort of my competition, not always really, you know, that doesn't mean we can't cooperate. And I've actually put this on one of my previous videos, is cooperation over competition. There's a lot of room for cooperation in the drone industry, and some of these guys, we've become friends, and we've exchanged knowledge, and you know, one guy in particular, you know, he's helped me out in a lot of ways, and you know, I even asked him, like, hey, look, you know, I might have some, you know, projects coming up. Do you want to help me out on those? And he's like, yeah, of course, man. I like, definitely. Let's see what we can come up with and see how we can split the profits. He works under his company, I work under mine. Doesn't matter. But definitely, I had a chance to meet a lot of other pilots, because one thing, especially when you're flying solo like I am, it's very lonely. And a lot of times, you know, you're learning things by yourself. You're learning things as you go. Nobody's really telling you anything. So when you have a helping hand and you're meeting other pilots and you exchange stories, you exchange ideas, it's a nice thing, and it helps build a community. And as I've said, a lot of times, sometimes the community can be a little bit toxic sometimes. So definitely when you have that positive reinforcement, when you meet other pilots and you exchange knowledge, you exchange ideas, it helps everybody grow, and we all end up making more money in the process. Sixth thing, I learned something new, and that's something I love doing every day. I'm a perpetual student. I love learning something new, and especially when I'm with a good company that they want me to do something that I haven't done yet, but they're willing to give me a chance and they're willing to teach me. That to me is fantastic, and I love it when to me it makes me feel good when a company's like, all right, look, you may not have done this before, but you know what? We believe in you because we've seen your work, and we'll teach you how to do it this way. Cool, I love it. Definitely, when you learn something new, it feels good, and when people believe in you, it's even better. Next thing, companies were pleased with my work, and they sent me to do other missions as well. This is one of the many good experiences of contracting, is that when you're able to build a good relationship because they like your work, they like how you do things, and you're somebody that's reliable. And this obviously helps your business out because you're getting money, you're getting revenue, you're putting your name out there, you're putting your company's name out there. Obviously with more missions means more experience. So that means I can sell myself more. So yeah, definitely very good experience of contracting in that regard. All right, last and certainly not least, flying under someone else's banner is better and alleviates a lot of the stress by not putting your own brand at risk, especially at the very beginning. And many times the post-processing is not part of your responsibility. So a lot of times when you're contracting, all you're doing is capturing the data. They deal with the rest of it. They deal with the post-processing, so you don't have to do it. And that really alleviates a lot of the headaches when it comes to flying missions. Now, personally, for me, I think, especially when you first start out, it's always good to fly under someone else's banner to get your experience, get your foot in the door. And yeah, like I said, when they're willing to give you a chance and you fly missions for them, it makes you a lot better as a pilot, and you understand the business a lot more. So definitely something to think about, and it's definitely one of the better experiences that I've had while contracting. Alright guys, so that is it for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Send me one of these and subscribe down below, and these videos will come directly to you. If anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, any other drone pilots that may have had also good experience with contracting, go down in the comments and let everybody know. Contribute to the conversation. Alright guys, that is it for today. See you next time.